Is this tea? I'm not even comfortable. Hold on. Child, anyways, let's get started. Let me get right. Let me get right. Hey guys. Guys, what's up? What's poppin'? If you don't know me, my name is Zan. Call me Zanny, Zanman, Molly, whatever your heart desires. And this is my little podcast, Soft Echo. Hi. It's been a minute. Sorry. It's been a minute. But I've definitely been in a transitional period of my life. Also, like, low-key lost myself there for a second. Just a hot second. Y'all had lost me for a hot second. Nothing more though. Like, I'm back. I have an elevated mindset, and there is something that God has been putting on my heart for the past few months now that I feel like I'm ready to talk about. And I missed y'all. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. I haven't talked to y'all in forever. And I hope y'all continue to tune in and stuff as I try and get more consistent, try and be more consistent and show up more and more intentional. Ooh, more intentional with platforms that I tend to slack on, i.e. YouTube. There's this phrase that God has been putting on my heart lately. And he says, the hardest thing to do is usually the holiest. So I do have my notes because y'all know I ADHD, I can't, like, I be forgetting. Like, y'all just seen how much I stuttered. Just I can't I just find it so funny how it is so easy to immediately resort to negative traits when you're triggered and when you're mad. But the harder thing to do is what God has instilled in us, which is the fruits of the Spirit: forgiveness, self-control, gracefulness, love. You feel me? Like, that is how God made us in his eye, and in every aspect. And it's so easy for us to stray from that when minor inconveniences happen. Major inconveniences happen, doesn't matter. It's just we always go back to the traits that the devil holds, which mean being mean, being quick to speak, just anger and jealousy and resentment and pride. And we were born with the fruits of the Spirit because that's God. And when you're in certain situations that bring up trauma and triggers and just make you angry easily, and just they're not ideal situations, the easiest thing isn't to be immediately forgiving, immediately graceful, immediately merciful. It's human nature. It's human nature. We're on a worldly reality. Like, it's human nature. But I find that every time you resort back to God, every time you find him again, every time you come with love and forgiveness and mercy and grace, it's always it's so rewarding in, like, a supernatural way. That's how you stay blessed. That's how you experience fruitful things. That's how you get out of a negative, depressed, anxious mindset. But it's hard. It's not always the most emotionally satisfying thing. Your flesh wants that rage. Your flesh wants steam to blow out of your ears. Trust me. the past 2 weeks have been teaching me exactly this revelation. I cannot stress this enough. I will just be sitting out on my balcony, just like thinking, like the person that I used to be. I let the dark consume me so easily, so easily. And that's because of trauma, and that's because of my past. But when you find God, and when you get closer to Him, He makes it more and more clear that love is always the answer. That forgiveness is always the answer. That bearing the fruits of His Spirit is always the answer. The world that we live in, it's always telling us to protect yourself, do what feels good, cut everybody off, like go into isolation, act petty, like get revenge. Vengeance is His. Take the easy route. That's very prideful. That's very like selfish. And I don't want to say I'm guilty of doing that, but I am. like it's human. Like literally it's human. And I literally am just like, I'm having flashbacks as I'm talking, and I'm just like, wow, at least, I'm aware. Like, I just feel like at least I'm aware. At least I'm aware. The old Zan used to, the old Zan used to rage. And I sometimes still do. But let me say this. The old Zane used to rage and sit in rage and anger and hold grudges and just, that was it. That was it. But I feel like life has been hitting me with so many situations lately where now it's really a test. Because I've been getting hit with situations where it brings up my past self. It brings up that same exact, that maybe even more to an extent, rage and just anger and bitterness, and just fills me with the weight of the world. But then the difference is that I pray and I immediately seek God. And I immediately write. And I immediately get in my Bible. And I immediately get into meditation. Those things are going to save your life. God is going to save your life each and every single time. I'm telling you. Like... I'm telling you. And what is so funny, how I was just saying, what's so funny is how that's the harder thing. For a reason. Walking with God is not going to be easy. It's not. I used to think I would never go through hardships and challenges walking with God because God is so loving and God is so fruitful and abundant and forgiving. Why would He ever? No. You're going to go through trials and tribulations to be able to experience that. It's a journey. It's a journey. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is staying soft when someone hardens you. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is staying even when it's hard. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is apologizing first, is reaching out first. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is staying disciplined when nobody's watching. When nobody's watching. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is controlling your voice and your mouth when all you want to do is be petty and be prideful and spit rage. It's hard. It's hard, but it's so rewarding. It's so it's good. I love using the word good People, I feel like that's so underrated. When I'm trying to describe something like on a next level, I use good, and I feel like people take that for granted because what did God do? He created the heavens and the earth, and he said that it was good. In Genesis, he says everything is good. Excuse me. So I just love using that word good. Y'all need to use that word more, okay? Oh, your flesh wants comfort. Your flesh wants instant gratification. Your spirit wants things that are 10 billion times harder than that. Transformation, eternal growth. Just because you're going through something doesn't mean it's wrong and it's not supposed to happen. Yes, it feels icky. And yes, it feels heavy. And hey, stretching ain't always comfortable. God is stretching you into who you is meant to be. Massages, them Russian deep tissue massages don't be comfortable. They be stretching your bones, your clavicular, they be stretching you. Pause. And the result though, the result is beautiful. The result is is relief. And hold on, my mouth is dry. Like the past 2 weeks, I have had to sit and choose forgiveness every time. And just the more you pray about stuff like that, and the more you read about stuff like that in the Bible, and the more wisdom you gain, just reading the Bible and learning about who God is and what he does, the easier it gets. And even if it doesn't get easier per se, the more I guess it does, because the more quickly you're able to bounce back from a tough situation. And and then at the same time, your discernment sharpens. So you're going to be able to just quickly like identify your triggers, your like what is holding, like what is that heaviness. Like you'll be able to work through tough situations quicker because of your discernment and because you're just so close to God. Like, can we talk about this in the name of relationships and choosing love over ego? The healthiest relationship will expose every single wound that you thought you healed. Walk with me. The hardest thing sometimes to do in a relationship is to love like Christ. I feel like people don't really understand what it means to love like Christ. It's unconditional. It's unconditional. Staying when it's hard, talking and having certain conversations that are hard, being in uncomfortable positions with your partner is hard. But staying through all that and keeping God between, the both of y'all, and just all the things, like discipline is hard, being consistent is hard. That's trusting God while you're in the middle is hard. Stuff that you and your partner do behind closed doors, stewarding to God, hidden work and praying and discipline all matter to God. Even though it's hard and just tough, everything happens for a reason. This is bound to make your relationship stronger than it ever was. Stuff like that means so much to your partner and means so much to God, because those are the godly things. Even though they're harder to do, they're more godly. I just know that I'm coming out of my old self. Like I was so like, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to talk about this, because this has been a crazy theme. I just love when your life has a certain theme for like a couple weeks. Like it has a theme, like something you can just so clearly attach like a title to. Like I just said, the harder thing to do is the holiest. And it's like, but like not even just like being able to attach a title to like whatever season you're going to, but actually working through it. You feel me? Like actually like taking time to figure out what is really going on, like what's happening, and then sitting with God about it, and then finding Bible verses and scriptures to read about it. Like just stewarding through difficult times. It's, say it with me, hard but rewarding. And I love how I'm so aware of my old self and my past self and the way I would handle tough situations. And now that I'm having a breakthrough, and now that I'm being delivered from that, I can so clearly see that love is the answer, and that patience is the answer. And grace and mercy and forgiveness is the answer, to everything, I promise you. If you're in a season right now where obedience feels heavy, where forgiveness feels hard, discipline is exhausting, loving feels risky, everything just healing and change just feels super duper slow, don't confuse difficulty with the absence of God, because he is right here with you 24/7, never leaving your side. You just have to go find him. It's you, girl. It's you, sir. It's you. It's you. This is really just confirmation. That resistance is confirmation that you're being stretched by God. It's not it's not comfortable. I had to get out of that mindset. Like I was saying, I had to get out of that mindset that walking with God was going to be easy, and fruits and berries and tulips like I thought. No, it's rarely like that. But guess what? You are striving for eternal growth and eternal peace and an eternalness. Okay? Very often, the holiest decisions require sacrifice. But guess what? Sacrifice produces transformation. Stay prayed up. Stay doing the good thing. Stay Did y'all hear that? But yeah, you're going to be so fruitful. You're going to be so fruitful. And you're going to be so abundant. Show up for your man in the right way. Show up for God in the right way. Show up for your family in the right way. Show up for your job, your career, your path, your passions in the right way. And you will be fruitful and abundant, no doubt. No, like, I promise. Only through God, though. You have to do all of that through God. Right. Okay. Mwah. Love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. And yeah. Mwah.